Hi everyone, Das here. So today's a very exciting day for me. So, the world premiere cinematic trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla dropped this morning, and I'm going to be doing a reaction to it, a raw reaction. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I really like Assassin's Creed. I think Assassin's Creed is a fantastic series. I never had the chance to play the originals because I never owned an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, so I never had the opportunity, but I have done my research on those older games. My first Assassin's Creed was actually Unity. Back when I played it on the day one patch because I never had Wi-Fi or internet when I played it, so I had all the bugs and glitches, but it was still fun. Then I got Syndicate, that was fun, and now I've been playing through Odyssey on the PC. I haven't had a chance to play Origins, however, but I'm loving it. So I'm excited. I've been anticipating this trailer for quite a while. It's been hinted at, and it's finally here. So before we get into the reaction, I want to list some items, some things that I'm hoping for and looking for in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So the first thing is I am hoping that we can still choose what gender that we can play as. In Syndicate, you can kind of do that because you have the two Fry twins. You had Jacob and Evie Fry, and usually I went with Evie because back then, it actually depended who you picked, because whoever you picked indicated what your playstyle would be. If you picked Jacob, you'd be more of a brawler, you'd be more in your face. If you pick Evie, you'd be more stealth. And when I play Assassin's Creed, I tend to be more methodical with what I'm doing, and I tend to try to do everything from the shadows during a mission. As far as I know, in Origins, you can only be a male, but then in Odyssey, you could choose whether to be Alexios or Cassandra. Neither of them really affecting the story or gameplay. I picked Cassandra because I thought Cassandra looked really nice. She was a very beautiful character model, and I mean, who doesn't want to have a badass female Spartan just going around killing people? That's pretty dope. So I'm hoping that for Valhalla we can still pick what gender we can be. So some other stuff that I hope is in Valhalla is I'm hoping that there's some minor character creation, like in Mass Effect or Mass Effect Andromeda. I would love like that type of character creation, so that I can make someone that looks like me, or make my own female assassin. Like, I would really enjoy that. Another thing that I'm hoping for this game is that they go more in on the RPG aspects that were introduced in Origins. I know a lot of old fans of Assassin's Creed, like fans of from the first ones, don't like the RPG-ness that Origins introduced, which I was surprised with, because from a lot of people that I've watched, they don't really like Odyssey and they don't really like Origins, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm hoping that they up the RPG-ness, because I actually really like that. Another thing that I'm hoping for is kind of hoping for more story from the modern day. They've kind of like gone away with the whole modern day story. It's kind of gone ever since they finished the whole precursor thing with the modern assassin from the first few games. Like, there hasn't really been anything for the modern assassins. So I don't know. I'm hoping that there's something more to modern day. Besides that, I can't really think of anything else I would really want or really need. I think being in Norse, like dealing through Norse mythology and Viking times, would be really cool if they continue to do mythology like they did with Egypt and Greece. But I'm excited. So let's get into the reaction, shall we? All right, here we go. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Cinematic World Premiere Trailer, Ubisoft North America. Let's do this reaction. Interesting. Xbox logo. Okay. Oh, this looks beautiful. Whoa.
Godless barbarians.
I don't know if it's just trailer or actual like gameplay, like cinematics, but it looks great. Ooh, this music. That looks
They murder
beautiful.
and kill blindly.
Whoa.
They scar the lands of England. Lands they will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
I see. Wow, this looks amazing. The music's beautiful as well. Holy shit. Ooh. Oh no. Ooh. I'm assuming a tomahawk's weapon again. Ooh. Who's that? The Raven.
Odin is with us!
Ooh. Ooh, Jesus. Oh. Whoa. Yes, the hidden blade. Dude, I was not expecting that. That was sick.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, available
Hello.
holiday 2020.
Holiday 2020 Gold Edition Steelbook included game and Steel Pass. That was a fantastic trailer. Holy crap, that was great. Xbox Series X. Interesting that they're showing off the Series X. It's very interesting. That was cool. Now there was another thing here as well. There was the developer commentary. So I'm going to be reacting to this as well, because this is interesting. I want to deep dive into it, and while they're analyzing it, I can analyze it as well. So let's get into it. Ooh, that new assassin symbol is beautiful.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome
That's great.
to the trailer breakdown for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, if you haven't already watched the CGI trailer that just dropped today, go over, make sure you do that, and then
We did it right
back
here. It's
because
fine.
I am joined with Ashraf Ismail, creative director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Darby.
God,
Dillon,
I love that new
narrative
symbol
director on
because it is
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
two
Gentlemen, thank you so much
axes
for joining
together.
us.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So we're gonna go through this trailer here. And
This is beautiful.
break down some parts, pause and play, and hopefully y'all can shed a little bit more light on some things.
Yes, I would love to know.
Why don't we go ahead and
I would love to
start
know.
They are heartless.
So right off the bat, I do want to stop this here and Ashraf, I wanted to talk to you a little
Spreading
bit about
lies
this settlement we're seeing, because
of the
I know
Vikings.
settlements play a big role in Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yes, here what we're seeing is it's a
Yeah,
settlement
it's a
in
village.
Norway, a Norwegian settlement.
Nice, nice.
The idea of home and settling, it's very important to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A big part of the motivation of the story and the journey of Eivor, our hero, is about this idea of home and having this thriving settlement. What we're seeing here again is in Norway. This is home in Norway.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's keep going here, because I don't think they're staying in Norway for long.
The fucking sky is beautiful.
So, Darby, we see this giant statue.
That's
here.
Odin, I'm assuming.
Exactly.
This is a statue of Odin.
Yeah.
One of the many gods in the Norse pantheon. It was pretty common before
Anthony
big
Hopkins.
events, before battle, before feasts, for the Norse to give offerings to the gods, sacrifices.
Same thing
in
with
exchange
Greek.
for favors. This was not a religion that had where there was like an interventionist aspect where
No.
the gods were always
Okay,
watching
it's not
over
like
you,
Greek.
protecting you. They were a little bit more like humans. You had to do something for them, and they would do something for you. So this is what we're seeing here is kind of a pre something's about to happen, and they're sort of going and asking for favors.
Godless
Interesting.
barbarians.
Whoever this woman is, they designed her to be very beautiful.
So we see there the first sort of shot of.
To me, that's like
hero,
sheep's
Eivor.
blood.
What's happening?
So it looks like you can only be a man, which is a shame.
So here, as Darby mentioned, we have a ritual because we're about to go out. We're about to go to raid, to attack. And so here we're getting sort of the favor of
God,
Odin.
these
There's
trailers have come so
sacrifice
long.
made
Like,
to
look
Odin,
how realistic that is.
to gain this war
And all
god's,
the hairs and stuff. Like,
favor.
it's so nice. It's so great.
And is there anything you can sort of tell us about Eivor?
Yeah, Eivor. Our hero, this is a Viking raider who is from Norway
Mm-hmm.
and who will be leaving Norway for the rolling green hills of England. Here we're sort of teasing the idea that the journey really starts in Norway, and it will eventually lead to England, where again it's about this idea of settling the people and building this thriving settlement. Again, very important to the motivation of this character. Now, players will be able to play Eivor as male or female.
Yes.
But it is
Okay.
the journey of Eivor.
Yes. Thank goodness. I'm probably gonna do female, cause come on, female Viking, like badass. God, this song is beautiful.
We see them here setting sail for England, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Gorgeous.
And kill blindly.
So I want to stop right there for a second too.
Yeah, the
because
humanity.
You hear the voiceover saying they murder and kill blindly, but then you see them clearly stopping when they see this woman and child in front of them. Was that something you wanted to there's that maybe myth of the Vikings? Is that something you wanted to explore here, Darby?
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly, a lot of what we know about the Vikings.
Yeah, they're a warrior race.
Comes from the people who they raided. The Viking Age started at the end of the 8th century with an attack on Lindisfarne in England. And the English like to write about it, and certainly a lot of the accounts are very brutal. What we're trying to do is actually show the complete sort of story of an entire culture. And when you actually jump forward to when our game is set, there's a lot of settling going on. There's not just raiding, but there's Norse coming over from Norway, from Denmark, and settling in England.
Interesting.
Our game depicts a lot of that aspect of settling and integrating with the population. So, and that integration actually happened fairly quickly and easily. So we know that there was a lot of mutual
respect.
So a lot of similarities between the two cultures that allowed this to happen. So what we're going to portray in this game is that it's not just about brutality and violence.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And masochism. There's a lot of thought that goes into these raids, these battles, and then where these Norse settle, and the friends they make and the alliances they make.
That's gonna be a very interesting story. It's gonna be really nice to see.
Yeah, and you referenced the time period there. What time period are we talking?
So this game takes place. The main story begins in 873.
Jesus.
AD. So at a time when England is actually not one kingdom. It's not called England at the time, except as a land, but it's not a country. There's actually quite a few kingdoms inside England. So
yeah.
England itself is fairly fractured at this time.
Yeah, I remember this time in history class.
Kings that rule over different parts of it.
Yeah, I think we might see one of those.
Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous looking.
The lands of England, lands they will never defend.
What we're showing here is that they've left Norway and they've decided to now not just raid and attack England, but to actually build a community there. And as Darby mentioned, integrate themselves into the local society and become a part of it. One thing that history, doesn't really say until you dig, which is a lot of these people were farmers, they were traders.
They're not all
settlers,
warriors.
and they actually worked quite hard to integrate themselves into, let's say, England in this example.
What is up with this camera?
So here we're showing off this aspect of them, but from a game perspective, this is also something that's very important to the motivation of the game. Building your settlement, growing it, making the choices as a leader within this community about how you want to grow your settlement. This is very important. And here we're kind of giving a little taste of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, one thing that I think the English, or let's say the Saxons, you'd call them at the time when they were living there, they had a lot of, because of the church, they had a lot of writing, so they were able to leave behind a lot of records. But
that's so fascinating. I like that.
We have to actually go and look at other sources to see how well they actually integrated. And if you look at a map of England now and you see,
it's going to be quite a big undertaking for the narrative directors.
B. That probably means it was a Viking town or a Norse or Dane town settled. So we know just by the sheer number of them, hundreds of these towns, we know that they were actually very successful settlers.
Never love. The time has come to speak.
All right, so I think this is one of those kings.
Look at him.
That Darby, you were mentioning.
Looks like a
who
prick
exactly
already.
Is this, and it's sort of revealed here that this is also the person that's giving voiceover as well. Why does he seem to have such disdain towards the Vikings?
Encroaching on his kingdom.
This is King Alfred, or Alfred the Great. He's the only English king to actually have that title. He didn't give it to himself. But he is the king of Wessex, which is the southernmost kingdom in England at the time. There's also three others: Mercia, Northumbria, and East Anglia that we deal with. And he specifically is known for being one of the most staunch opponents of the Viking invasion. He was the strongest of the kings. He was able to push them back and for a time and deal with them, whereas other kings would rapidly crumble beneath the onslaught of the Danes.
Interesting. Okay.
In a language they will understand.
Such beautiful imagery.
So, Ash, here we see Eivor's people coming in on these Viking longships. How do those factor into the gameplay, and what did you learn about?
Because ships are very much an Odyssey, so.
Yeah, so the Viking longships, this is a technology that was unique to the Norse and the Danes and the Vikings in this time period. If I was to give a metaphor, I would say, imagine that you have this empty highway, rivers, and you have a Ferrari that you can drive down this highway with no one around you and no one able to chase you. This is what gave the Vikings the capacity to get in so deep into the land behind enemy lines, to hit and run. And these ships carried usually cargo and raiders.
Okay.
Raiders, these are warriors that were proficient in combat. They were able to get in, steal a lot of stuff, and run away.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the events of that play out here in a little bit.
That is a horrifying big thing.
So we're seeing here like a full-on battle taking place in this field. How do raids sort of fit into gameplay, and what did you what did you learn about?
They're going to be similar to the faction battles in Odyssey.
Out of their longships.
Well, there's really two parts. There's raiding, which is much more about kind of hit and run, get into a specific place, steal the riches, create a bit of chaos to make people flee, run away, to give them time to steal. That's a raid. Here, what we're seeing is it's a big battle. So this time period was known to have a lot of battles between the Vikings and the Saxons, or the people who live in England. There were many battles. Here we're witnessing that, and that is something that we do have in the game.
Okay.
So players can go raiding with their longship and the raiders, and there are moments in the game with these really big, epic scale battles.
That'll be interesting.
On battlefields or in fortifications.
I wonder if we can choose whether or not we want to or not.
Because it was a really big part of the history during this time, so we needed to represent that. Of course, Vikings carrying their famous round shield.
Oof.
We have Eivor, who at some point is holding a shield and an axe, but also 2 axes. If people notice, we're seeing a lot of the things we're doing with combat. Here we have a throwing axe, which is an ability that you have in the game.
Sweet. All right.
So we're showing off a lot of the combat details that we're pushing for.
Yeah, and we actually caught a little peek there of Eivor dual wielding axes here. Is that something we're gonna get to do?
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Ooh.
Dual wielding is a big part of the game.
Nice.
And it's very open. You can pretty much dual wield all combinations of weapons we have.
Yes.
If you want to dual wield 2 shields, we let you do that.
Oh my god, that's gonna be fun.
So dual wielding is a big part of the combat system.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. And there's Odin.
So we get like a little tease here. There's some hooded figure that appears to be standing next to this tree on the battlefield. Anything at all, Ash, you could tell us about this figure here?
Here, Eivor believes that he is receiving some kind of favor, and it gives him the sort of, let's say, the will to push forward.
Yeah, there's the Raven.
Odin is with us! So is that the sort of physical manifestation of Odin there?
Well, in the myths, Odin has 2 ravens, Hugin and Munin, which are a thought and memory. They come from the words thought and memory, and they were just his 2 companions that would help him gather knowledge and wisdom about the world.
I didn't know that. I'm not super knowledgeable about Norse mythology. Greece is where I'm at.
So we see Eivor here getting just about, all they can handle. Are we gonna see enemies of this stature, that are this formidable in the game?
Yeah, we have, the combat of this time period. If you're going to make a Viking game, the combat needs to be visceral. It needs to be quite brutal.
Absolutely,
yes,
they're Vikings.
Quite impressive enemies, like this guy here. We would call this guy the ringleader. So this is sort of a leader on the battlefield who's able to rally the troops.
Okay, so you want to focus him then.
He's very armored, very few available weak points.
Okay.
So that's a little hint as to what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer shows that, he's given Eivor basically everything they can handle.
Oh, and you could see the arm at the end. God, that's so cool.
Okay, so this is the coolest
Nice
thing in
pause.
the world.
Yeah, it's so
there's
cool.
So much I want to talk about.
Look at the
first of all,
gore.
the Hidden Blade. The Hidden Blade is back. What was the decision around that? And then it's also mounted on top of the arm.
Yeah,
for the first time.
That's different.
Where
It's
did all
not
those
underneath
decisions come from?
anymore. It's right here.
You go first.
Let's see here. I'll go first. Okay. You know, we're building a
I love
Viking
how ornate
fantasy.
it
We wanted
looks.
our players to live in the boots of a Viking warrior, and to fully live in that fantasy. But this is within the Assassin's Creed world. And so in our journey, of course, we can't spoil too much here.
No,
but in our
please,
journey,
come on.
Eivor does meet with assassins. Now,
Ooh.
Eivor doesn't necessarily know what that means, but there is some kind of common ground that they have, and this is something that these are people that Eivor will work with.
Okay.
And at some point, Eivor does receive a hidden blade. So that's something that happens in the journey quite early on. Again, we don't want to get into any spoiler territory or explain why the connection is there, but it is something that's very significant and important to the journey of this game. And so when Eivor receives this hidden blade, Eivor puts it on and believes that this is such a kick-ass weapon. Why would you want to hide it from your enemies?
That's a good point.
So here again, it's we wanted to show that Eivor, there's something more to this character than yes, this is a Viking raider, but there is more. There is something unique here. There's a unique journey that our players will go on within this Viking
It looks so
fantasy
great.
inside
Like,
the
look at
Assassin's
that.
Creed world.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time overlapping and intertwining threads to make sure that every moment of it really feels connected, integrated. That it's all, you know, when you play this game, you're in not just a Viking game, but an Assassin's Creed game.
Okay. God, look at that. Look at that new assassin symbol. That's so sick.
All right. Well, folks, there you have it. That's the first
Super cool
trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You got the in-depth breakdown. You got all the details.
Yeah,
with
absolutely. That was
Darby,
fantastic.
Director. Thank you all so much for joining us. And Ash, when and where can people play Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Oh, please.
So, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be a launch title for Xbox Series X and PS5.
Interesting.
And it'll be
Okay.
out in holiday 2020 for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Interesting.
Take care, everyone.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
If you liked this, please subscribe to this channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Subscribe. Okay. So I don't think the pre-order is out yet. Let's take a look. Is it out? Age restricted video. Yeah. I don't think it is. Let's see. Let's check their website really quickly because I want to see if there's a pre-order already here. Oh, there is. Pre-order now. Epic Game Store, Ubisoft Store. Interesting. Let's see what these have. Oh, wow. Oh, we gotta look at the woman. No, I want to see. Oh wait, no, that's not a woman. That's just him. That's collector's edition. I can't see what this is. Interesting. Ultimate pack. Strike fear into hearts of your enemies. Dominate raids and rivers with the set of items, including ultimate pack. Oh, so this is the ultimate pack. Like I said, yeah. Oh, it's with Uplay Plus. That's why. Interesting. I don't know why it's not showing it. Collector's Edition. Additionally, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Collector's Edition will include a range of high-quality collector's items. It looks like the box, the actual game, little trophy, the CD, art book, a bunch of DLC, the big statue, artwork. Interesting. Season Pass, obviously, all the new DLC and stuff like that, and the game. Interesting. So there's no pricing for it yet. Unless I do PlayStation 4. Yeah, so you can get the collector's edition. You can get these 3 editions. You can't get gold, ultimate, or the other one, whatever this is. You play plus. Let's see, PC Ubisoft Store. I can get the collector's edition, PC Ubisoft Store. Let me see, how much is this? $200. So if you're looking to get the collector's edition, this is $200. That is so much. How much is ultimate? Ultimate is 120, which is a bit more understandable. Gold is 100, and standard is 60, obviously. Interesting. So is it the same price for every single place? Yes, it is. Okay. So keep that in mind. Pre-order now to get a bonus mission, The Way of the Berserker. That's interesting right there. Okay. Alright, so that was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, we haven't seen everything that I was hoping for. However, they did confirm in that in-depth video that we can choose to play the main character as a man or a woman. It doesn't seem like there's any character creation, which is a shame. I would love to be able to have some slight character customization with that. But, man, what else are you going to do? From the looks of it, it does look like there's still going to be some mythology aspects to this, obviously. We saw someone who might be Odin. They haven't told us a lot of who that is, and I'm very interested to see who that man in the hood was. From what they're talking about combat, it looks like the combat's going to be absolutely fantastic. It looks like it's going to be great, and I'm super excited for that. You can dual wield weapons, which is super dope, and they even said you can dual wield shields. That's so cool. I'm super excited for that. It says it's coming out holiday 2020, so not really the best time to be pre-ordering at the moment. Maybe with your stimulus check, if you want, you could pre-order the collector's edition. I would love to pre-order this collector's edition, but it's $200. $200 is a lot of money. If anything, I might just do the ultimate edition, which is less. That's $120, which is more along the line of what I expect for a collector's edition of a game. But yeah, I'm super excited. This looks like a super fun game. It looks gorgeous from what I can tell. If the game looks anywhere similar to the CGI cutscene, then it'll be sick. And this is a launch title for the next generation consoles, for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But that doesn't mean you can't play it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It will still be coming out on those systems. It does look like the Ultimate Edition is only available for PC though, whereas standard gold and collectors is available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So Ultimate Edition is only available on PC at the moment, from what it seems like. This is exciting. For me, I don't know what I'm gonna buy it on, to be personally honest. I bought Odyssey on PC. When I stream it, it struggles. Like, it's not optimized anywhere near enough. It is so bad. Like, it is so poorly optimized. It is a joke. I'm thinking of getting it for PlayStation because Unity and Syndicate are on PlayStation. I do want to get all the Assassin's Creeds on PlayStation, physical. So what I might do is I might get it for PlayStation because I can capture card it and it'd be much easier to stream. It'd be so much easier to stream. But regardless, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts were of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I want to know what you're looking forward to, what you're hoping for, that they might have in this game that they haven't revealed yet. I'm super excited. But regardless, that's the video. So as always, everyone, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening. Goodbye, everyone.